Remember, you remember the one white lady?
Oh, what was that teacher's name?
Not the cool one.
Not the cool
one.
one. Oh my god.
The one who told me I spelled elephant wrong?
Oh my god.
Oh, more? Like, what?
Pretty sure I failed that class, I think. Either failed or got a C, one of the two. She was a bitch. But she didn't like us, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that she didn't like us, like, magnified it. So it's like, if you don't like me, it's like, it's like, well, hold on now.
We're going to double down here.
If you don't like me, there must be something wrong with you, obviously, you know what I mean?
Because I already thought there was something wrong with you.
That was...
Okay, it's all you.
The GCC was crazy. Like, that's a crazy school, right? I mean, well, was it not a crazy school?
What?
GCC? Like, it was pretty wild before.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Was it?
Yeah.
What's right now? You went to the G, my nigga. Hey.
Yeah.
GCC was a dope ass school. I really enjoyed that.
It is a nice school.
It was a dope school.
Yeah. They used to let you smoke over there and stuff.
They don't let us know. We just did what we was gonna do. We let them let us smoke some weed on campus.
Yeah.
All the teachers knew we be pulling up. We were in front of the door.
Man.
Oh yeah, I always come in late.
I can't, like, it's like, you don't, do you,
remember that one time
I didn't
that
realize.
I thought I was sleeping in the back? Remember when we were in class?
Yeah.
I was just chilling, but I was fucking, I was just chilling, and he was like, "Do you sleep?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Where we at?" I'm like, "Right here." He's like, "Oh, I thought you were asleep."
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Looking ass. You're always trying to catch niggas sleeping, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
I just been zoning out. Is that
Like,
possible?
no, bro, I'm just chilling, listening to you talk. Like, what the hell? I'm supposed to be like this?
They're super engaged. That's
Yes.
what they want.
That's what they want from you.
I am engaged in my own way. Can't be like everybody else.
Yeah, be more interesting. How about that?
Yeah, right. Like, I wouldn't be distracted. If
And then we
you
made
had
that
something.
track, remember? Me, I jumped on there.
Oh,
That fucking
yeah.
one fool that fucking got all butthurt.
Oh,
When I
yeah.
didn't invite him to the studio.
Yeah.
Joe jumped on that bitch.
That
and
dude was crazy.
Was there one more person? I think there was one more person.
There was a
I
lot
think
of
there was
people.
4 of us that jumped on there.
Yeah, that was like a
You
motherfucking
didn't
train
invite them to the
track.
studio?
No, oh yeah, one of the dude.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
cause I'm an energy type person. Like I could feel people's aura, and like
He had
there
that
was
voice,
nothing,
like,
there was nothing wrong
He
with
had a
him.
weird
It's just
voice.
like I don't know. He just like something was just off, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about you. Like you're cool and all, but it's like I don't know. I feel like you're different outside of like class. Like
You told him
I
this?
feel like he's
Yes.
a different person.
You told him this?
What?
You told him all that?
Oh no.
Oh,
No,
okay.
that's what was going on.
Oh,
over there.
okay. So he asked to go to the studio, and you
Yeah,
was like,
and I was like, nah, bro, I don't think so.
Like,
you gotta leave it right there.
like
And then we came back, and then fools were talking about the studio, and he's like, oh, and he's like, see, but he was like talking regular, and he's like, oh, he's like, but I can't get an invite to that studio, like,
yeah.
like he
Oh,
said
okay,
it
but I can't
in
get
that
back
sentence.
to- Yeah, it was like, well, that was snappy.
Nah, he just threw that shit down.
Yeah,
Nah, I
like,
don't know what you want me to say, bro. Like,
You already said what you needed to say. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
it's like you can't like force or stop a vibe, basically. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm sorry. I went to that guy's house, hung out with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He had a weird setup, not a weird, but a different setup there.
yeah,
Like he had like a like one of those small XLRs you just kind of turn on and on like that.
Yeah.
You know, like he had like a weird like enclosed studio thing that had was like air conditioned. It was like a metal like box that was like
Yeah.
air conditioned. That
that's
was
fire.
yeah, right. Like, but like something was off.
Listen.
Like we worked on a track. It's like record something, but like I never hung out with him again after that though. It's like, and I don't know what exactly it is either, but it's like something. It's just sometimes off. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's like with the person or it's like maybe between the connection between y'all, but it's like I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like I don't need to be around this person. You know. Like the hairs on your back, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you can ignore that shit if you want.
That makes sense, my boy.
Yeah, your body know you supposed to be fuck with someone or not. You're like, okay, this ain't
yeah,
right.
you can fuck with him, but it's not gonna go. It's not gonna go where you're trying, what you're thinking in your head. You're trying to go.
Yeah, like if it's a girl you don't really like, you hit it. You like, oh, this isn't, this isn't a thing. You know what I mean? You know, almost instantaneously. Am I right? It's like, yeah, no.
I know that as soon
Okay.
as 2 days.
Yeah, okay. All right. All right. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got hit up the other day. Hey, handsome. Nope.
Nope. Nah,
I don't even know what that
nope.
means.
Nope.
Nope. Sorry. Well, this is the 6th episode, if I'm not mistaken, of the Negrodamus podcast. My name is Domain.
Smoke.
Thanks.
Yes, it's
Is.
ooh, is that we're going to have to play that song one time so people don't think we're just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Have you heard that song?
We're not gonna get into that.
You might have shown me.
Oh, okay.
Off cut.
Okay, we'll show it to you off the record. Okay, so don't worry about it. That'll be good. But like, it's strange thinking about how like you know someone, talk to them, and like they're maybe they're cool, but you just feel something ain't quite there. You know what I mean? Like I wonder how many times I felt that someone was supposed to like kill me or something. You know what I'm saying? Or
It's like people putting on a mask, bro. It's like you could ha ha he all you want, bro, but it's like you moving weird, bro. Like like you moving regular, but inside of your fucking soul, your fucking the shit people can't see, that shit's moving different, bro.
I don't know you, I can tell you that I'm genuine. You can tell somebody's being genuine,
exactly.
or not.
Yeah. Especially all the different jobs and shit that you've done. Like that's one of the stuff that you have to have.
Yeah. Shit's crazy.
That shit is weird, but it's that sixth sense, bro.
It is.
That pineal gland, my boy.
Yeah, we got a lot more than 5 senses. We got like 10, 20 of them bitches, right? You know what I'm saying?
We can use them all more tonight than we actually believe.
All the different senses that they say, touch, eyes, touch, and smell, that's all one sense.
Yeah, most
it's
of those,
all one.
That's all most of the same thing.
Yeah, it's all one. That's all one sense. They just split it.
To touch, what were you going to say specifically? To touch and to feel are two different senses that come from the same nerves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can feel without touching.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
You can feel the wind. You can recognize when somebody walked by. You can, whatever, a breeze or whatever you want to call it. You can feel heat, radiation without touching it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, we have 5 senses, basically down to the root, if you really want to call it that.
I mean, they broke them into 5 senses.
Yeah,
little chart, you know what I'm saying?
But it's one.
But they are all to magnitude.
Yeah.
They're all to magnitude.
It all come back here, I guess. I suppose, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's all just trying to feel out. Everything's just trying to feel out what is this, you know, with a smell coming. That's like tiny particles going into your nose, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you smelling tiny pepper particles, you know, coming to your nose. That's why you sneeze, because it's like a tiny little piece of it, you know what I mean?
Even the blind people absorb light.
Yeah. Their eyes still dilate and shit, you know?
Whether their brain interprets it or not, or whatever, can decipher whatever it is the way ours can, they still recognize that's a thing.
That's like cause when they dream, like their eyes move around and shit, right?
Yeah, that too.
And like some people, they just get hit in the head and they go blind. It's like there's just a wire. It's like they got a cross in it somewhere, you know. And your shit's still working, which is pretty cool, you know.
Or maybe they rattled that connection in your avatar.
Oh man!
And just this
somebody fucked up the code.
Yeah, somebody fucked up the eyes up, bro.
So is the simulation real or just like a mind thing? Like, is the simulation like literally like we're inside of a video game or we're inside of an Xbox, or is it the world's being simulated in front of us? It's like it's a lie.
The only way we can interpret it is the only way that we can interpret it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like it could be like that's the only way we can interpret it, but it could be something totally different.
Mm-hmm. It's weird though.
It's so hard.
You gave me this game a long time ago. You said something to me like, I don't remember. We were sitting there, but in the motherfucker, you said something like, you know, this all could be a figment of just your imagination. So let's say it is all a simulation. You could be the one that pressed play.
Mm-hmm.
All of this and anybody saying these conversations that we're having could be all a part of the simulation that you created.
Mm-hmm.
Or when they say that you your whole life flashed before your eyes type shit.
Yeah.
That sounds too specific to me. That sounds way too specific to me. You know what I'm saying? Everything could be a part of your imagination. Everything you designed. And that's why sometimes when you're like, damn, I was just talking about that. Or like, wow, I just learned about that. Or you just learned about something, then you start seeing it more and more.
Yeah.
Because now that it's a part of your mind, it's a part of your universe, you can recreate it in the future of your simulation. Or I don't know.
That's real.
They gave me that one a long time ago.
Man, that's real. Well, they can't remute.
They can't remute.
That's pretty good.
Man, I could be a figment of your imagination. Like,
I don't know.
That's right. You totally could. That's right.
No, that's fucked.
tell crazy people they're not seeing some stuff. Like, I am seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it. I jumped out the window. I lit myself on fire because I seen it. I heard it. They told me, light myself on fire. Whether you want to say somebody beamed that into my head, it don't matter. I felt it was real enough for it to be done.
Yeah, like, are you really, really crazy if what you're seeing and, like, everything you're experiencing is what your brain's creating? Yeah. Like you saying I'm crazy because my brain is making an image. Just because you can't see this image and because it's also not in this plane of existence doesn't mean that it's not a machination of my mind that has some sort of credence. Like, okay, yeah, maybe this ain't like a physical manifestation that's going to punch somebody, right? But maybe it's going to affect my mind in a way that I can use it or something. Like, I feel like our understanding of the world is so closed off. Like, they put you into this box, so like you're looking through one side of the box, and it's like I don't know how many sides of the box, more than two, right?
Might be more than a box.
Yeah, it could be like a freaking hexagon or some shit, you know, something crazy, you know what I mean? Let's not get into geometry right now. We're just talking about how bad I am at math, basically, you know. Well, I'm good at easy math, okay? 1 + 2, 110 + 172, you know, that sort of thing, you know what I mean? Multiplying the bitches, you know.
Yeah.
How many apples in a cart? Yeah. Makes me hungry just thinking about apples in a cart, you know.
You know what I like?
What's it?
Pomegranate.
Oh yeah, man. We got a pomegranate tree in the back, didn't even know.
Dead ass?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so check this out. So let's say Nigel eats an apple that has a worm in it.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still vegan?
Does he know he ate it? Because I feel like it's more like a
He doesn't even eat the worm.
Mm.
He just eats the apple that has a worm in it. Oh shit, there's a worm in here. Is he still vegan?
Did he eat the part of the apple that the worm touched?
The worm touched the apple. It's in the apple.
But like it like cores through. So like did he eat a part that it cored through already, or is it still like the good part? He can eat around it, I think. Right.
All right, so check this. I don't even know. This needs to be a part of this. So when I threw the little party, right? I made my own little barbecue sauce, and I'm very proud of that barbecue sauce. And I told them like, hey, I know y'all can't eat meat because I'm putting it on chicken, whatever. But you gotta get some celery. I had baby girl get some celery. I'm like, just dip it and taste it. Yeah. Shawnee gonna say some shit. Oh, we can't eat that. It's not vegan because the brush. Bro, because I brush, you know what I'm saying? You know how you brush the whatever, the little base or brush or whatever. I brushed the chicken, and then I put it back in the little sauce, you know what I'm saying, the little bowl that had the sauce in it. I'm like, wait a minute, what? She's like, because it touched the chicken, and then it touched the sauce, I can't eat it because it's not vegan. You out of your goddamn motherfucking mind. So yeah, that's why I asked him. Like, so if he eats an apple that happens to have a worm in it that he didn't know, can he eat the rest of the apple, or is he no longer vegan, or how does that work?
Well, it's like to me, I think it
according to those terms.
Yeah, according to those terms, no more vegan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, the meal isn't vegan. Like it say like you can be a Christian, but you can still go to that whorehouse once or twice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like you just gotta know in your heart. You know what I'm saying? And you go apologize to God. You know what I'm saying? And then you can go back to be Christian again. You know?
Who am I apologizing to if I'm vegan? That's different.
That's a pact between yourself, right? I guess so. It's like, to me, it's more of a mental thing. Because that when you're saying like I don't want to eat stuff that's been touched by other stuff, that's to me that's less like a health thing. Like saying like that's more like you're taking a stance. You're taking a stance against any kind of. You're taking it. That's to me. It's like that's weird because like. Like I didn't think about it earlier because I was like kind of okay with basic, but it's like it's weird because like I don't know, it's like your peas touching your mashed potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like when I was a child, I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can see why. I'm not trying to say vegans are childish, but like it's like I don't know, I guess I'm just lost in my thought trying to understand it.
You nigga couldn't drink Kool-Aid because the red dye had crushed up beetles in some stuff.
Yeah, that's real.
That nigga said crushed up beetles.
Yo, dead ass. And like she came at him kind of disrespectful too. Now that's really why it really sticks out in my head. He's like, you're not vegan if you drink that Kool-Aid. And he done got the pop. He done popped the top.
He done tipped it.
He like what? What? Because it's got and then like, well, it does have crushed up beetles in it. So as a vegan, you can't even eat bugs.
You have bugs in it.
You can't eat bugs. And back to the worm in the
I feel like it's like
fucking tripping.
You touching that? You got to be kind of vegan still, right?
All these plants are created by humans, and I asked him like, do you consider yourself an animal? Yeah, all right. So if you consider yourself an animal, and I'm the farmer, and I done farmed all this motherfucking shit, you can't eat it then, right? I'm an animal. I done touched everything. I done touched every piece. Not only me, I touched it. I put it in the thing. The nigga who bought it from me touched it, packaged it. The nigga who packaged it touched it. Everybody done touched it when it got to your motherfucking hands. What does that have to do with anything?
Dude, it's like being a Muslim. It's like it's saying like if that pork if you have the meal and like it's like you know how like they'll like have like people they'll put like a piece of bacon inside like the Muslim aisle like in the kosher section or something, and then they can't eat that whole aisle of food basically. Like they'll put like the meat on top of like the kosher like shit, and they'll say, oh, this was ruined. It's literally a hate crime. People have been arrested for putting bacon inside of like and taking bacon out of like the meat section and putting it inside like the halal section. I don't know how you say it.
First time
me too.
The halal section of the
section. I found out I didn't know the right word in that, but yeah.
Halal,
yeah.
Wow, I did not know that. I've never even heard of that.
That's exactly what the veganism reminds me of. It's not because like you said, a farmer had to farm this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Bugs were all whether or not the worm got into it. Bug fly landed on it, put its cells onto it. You know what I'm saying? Like microscopic drops. I guess you can rinse this off when you get home. I guess that's the cover they would have with that. You know, but
okay.
But it's like, yeah, that's peculiar. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't know that shit is that shit really really healthy. Like really really healthy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe so. I don't believe that. I as much as we've evolved as people, I don't think that we're not supposed to eat meat. I feel like that's okay. I'm sure we can live as vegan. Sure.
I'm wondering.
Vegetarian? Great, sure. No problem. But you'll be fine. You'll be alright. You're not gonna live any longer. To date, the people who live as the longest were never vegan.
I don't think we're supposed to eat meat, but I don't think.
Bro, you have teeth. Your body is designed.
I understand.
You have teeth that had grown. Okay, let's say we were always, according to them, we were always supposed to just be eating vegetables and shit. We evolved so much that we created teeth to eat meat, and then we now, do we just gonna stop using them? Nah, that just sounds silly to me. It sounds silly. The whole thing sounds silly to me.
We're just omnivores.
We're omnivores. We're supposed to eat both. We have all of our teeth are different.
But we've evolved them to eat meat.
Yes,
we didn't eat meat at first. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if we were supposed to eat meat, but I'm just saying like it's probably not bad for you either way. But
did we evolve to eat meat, or were we always supposed to? That's the question, I guess. Okay. Like that would mean are we supposed to be eating only vegetables, or have we evolved to where we're supposed to be eating meat now as well? So that's like a double part question right there. You know what I'm saying?
So most carnivores still have molars, have still like a couple of molars, which means that at a certain point, because as children you can't digest that type of stuff. So okay, we can say the first humans didn't have the means to eat meat. They couldn't cook it. They didn't know whatever. But you're gonna tell me they couldn't? They figured it out. They figured it out thousands of years ago, and I'm not supposed to be doing it now, or not supposed to, but like I shouldn't be doing it now. These people not only discovered the capabilities of fire, but recreated it. Not only to recreate it, but to cook the food that they were already eating, which are vegetables, and then decided we're gonna kill animals randomly and cut these certain sections off, and we're gonna put it over this fire because I know that it's gonna make it edible for me.
Or there's people that lived in a section where they couldn't grow crops and they had no choice but to kill something.
That's not feasible, really. But
how is that not feasible?
Okay,
but somewhere in like that's really cold that you can't grow stuff like in
like tundra, like the emu, like
circumstances,
those
all depending on location.
Yeah, they eat like all like not whales. What is it?
Fat. They eat fat.
Yeah, like
a lot of fat.
Yeah, like because they ain't much growing up there. You know, like,
all right,
so it's all fish and stuff.
Well, exactly. We'll start with that. Most food or meat or whatever that was being ate was fish. They started with fish, but they still had to eventually learn to cook it, right?
Are they eating it raw? I don't know if they're eating it raw. Are they?
Even if I'm saying they eventually learn to cook it. Yeah, we eat raw fish all the time. People still eat raw fish to this day.
Did we start raw though? I guess that would be the question.
Why wouldn't I believe that?
Because
You're watching the other creatures in the land eat bugs, and then the ones that eat bugs are getting eaten by lions or more predators or larger predators that have. I just don't believe that we're not supposed to eat meat.
Yeah,
that's silly to
me. Is getting parasites like natural? Because like if you think about it, it's like getting parasites and then getting killed by a parasite and dying natural? I guess.
Parasite. So yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
So that's part of the life cycle.
Really, it's the way we've designed life is like it's so unnatural. It's like you think about the natural way is we're supposed to get killed by the shit out here in a lot of instances. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that part too.
Like it's like we've kind of like avoid all that stuff. Like say like through like how they say like through vaccines and everything. You know, and like
okay, now if we're gonna talk about overpopulation, yeah, goddamn right, we are definitely overpopulated, and it's only gonna get worse. But I'm not gonna blame. I'm not gonna take the blame and put it on. Because we're doing so well, that doesn't mean I need to stop doing well. Because we've evolved to the point where I can eat 3 different animals in the same meal and enjoy myself. I'm not gonna take that away from me. I'll just take half of y'all away. That's where this COVID shit is coming from.
Yeah. So you think this is a calling, basically?
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's about time for it. Every spiritual, whatever, religious, anything that you want to believe in, any religion, any book, any whatever, regular statistics on paper. A lot of people need to go.
See,
a lot of people got to get out of here.
I just feel like if it was a calling, they would have done a better job with it. Is all. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's fair enough. We've been waiting for that second wave though since before summer started. I'm just like
this is this year. This just started this year.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
And we have already changed.
It's like the way Gates be smiling in the camera, you know. It's like,
yeah, they know.
You'll need my help. Don't worry about it. Yeah. You know, it's like the way he be looking in the camera. It's like I saw a lot of people telling me that he's like a very good person and all. His only thing he's been focused on is reduce. I know you talking about reducing population. He's been talking about reducing population for like the last 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Needed to be done since, yeah.
Well, I know he's been saying it. Like he probably wanted people to put that Georgia Guidestones out there probably that say we need to reduce it to like 500K, but I don't think they were overpopulated at all. I think we're underpopulated. I think we're all living on top of each other. If it's like say if someone was standing on your dick, you'd be like, get off me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's the same way with the cities and everything. You know what I'm saying? It feels like we're overpopulated, but it's like we're all smushed. It's like you go to the Midwest and in some places with the prairie, it's like it's miles and miles and miles and miles, one person each.
They don't mean just like we're overpopulated now. They just mean overpopulation is like we're growing exponentially and it's out of hand already. It's already out. It's been out of hand for the past 30, 40 years. It's been out of hand. We no longer have control over overpopulation, which is going to be an issue.
But who's controlling it though? That's my thing. Who's trying to control our population?
And then
like that sounds like Planned Parenthood to me, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like they're the ones that are saying they were overpopulated.
It needs to be controlled.
And they're always talking about the hood when they talk about that too.
I believe. Well, yeah, of course they feel like because you got to separate the wheat from the chaff, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
How they feel. And they've been
fucking Margaret. Is it Margaret Thatcher or Margaret Singer that started Planned Parenthood? Whichever one of them girls was fucking racist, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Totally purpose was only to get rid of black people, basically. That's the only reason why Planned Parenthood was started, basically. To be put in the hood, that's where most of the work is all done, basically. It's screwed, basically.
Y'all, what's it called? When you work somewhere, you got to stock some stuff. First in, first out. You heard that before? First in, first out?
I feel like it's just... Is it called stock? You mean like working at like grocery store or something like that?
Yeah, just in any situation. First in, first out, right? Mm-hmm. We're the original man, right? Mm-hmm. All right, they gotta go.
Understandably, I guess. But is that what is happening now?
That's what they were taught to believe.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Like it's like
that's all it takes.
I feel like everyone is searching for their connection to the first man. Basically, everyone is searching to show I am he. I'm the king. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not just that I got everything. It's I'm the king through lineage and blood. Basically, you know, because that's what the queen do. That they claim through blood that they're the king and queen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like they're like and this goes back to the simulation. Maybe I feel like we are in like a simulation, and that the world is different than how it's been described to the layman, basically, you know. Like, the bloodlines, the blood, the family lines, where you come from, all that matters more than just getting some records to get some land back. You know what I'm saying? All of that is very important too. You know, I think it's like biblical in a sense. You know, like they're trying to trace their blood back to say like who has the connection to trace to this genealogy. Say like if you can prove that you're related to like Ham or something, or you can prove that you're related to like Noah or some shit. You know, like that could have credence in something. I don't know. I just feel like
in what?
Maybe as far as garnering attention from the people. If I told you that, look, I'm a direct blood descendant of Noah, here's what we need to do. Let there be at least a few million people. They'd be like, bet.
I can't believe people would believe that stupid shit.
Well, if you could show them, people believe everything, you know. So it's like
because
it's easier to fool them.
Nobody researches anything. You learn everything as a kid and you just believe it. Oh, go to church. Here's the book. Oh, it's real. Shit ain't fucking real. Prove it.
They can give you anything.
Prove it. Prove that it's real. Prove that any of those fictional characters in there are real.
Well, a couple. Yeah, all right. Let's say your name comes up.
No, I mean prove it.
Let's say your name comes up in 15 different books then, like Jesus or Muhammad or whoever you want to say. Their name coming up in 1,000 books.
Yeah.
That's like Obama came up and his name gonna come up in 1,000 books. Whatever the future does with that information, it is what it is. But a lot of them are real people.
You can't prove it though.
In some
you can historically prove it.
In some instances, you can.
You can historically prove it.
Prove
it. Like I want to see them. Like
we're not gonna do that right now.
If people were to prove it, you would think they would get like some kind of title. Like, bro, you figured this shit out. Like,
all right, well, okay, check this out. So like, it's been proven that Jesus was a real dude. However, the issue is that no Christian or nobody from the Vatican wants to accept that Jesus is real, because if you have this type of information, you also have information about how he died, or have information about his genealogy, and we can't have that. So we just gonna nip that right in the motherfucking bud.
I don't believe it.
They have Jesus' name wrote down that he was executed in Rome. But the question is, do you trust these multiple takes? Like, cause you're like, you can say all day, yeah, there's 10 documents pointing to the same thing, but then it's like, okay, let's go to the Nuremberg trials and let's see how many documents we can point to that say something that's fake. Exactly, you know, it's like, right, I don't want to say,
and that's why coming from multiple sources makes it right.
Yeah,
and that's why in any type of scientific study, just
because everyone believes in something doesn't make it true.
Nobody's saying
that is true.
Necessarily, Jesus was a Messiah, but he was a real man.
Yeah, there was a dude.
I believe there's somebody named Jesus. I just don't believe. I just don't believe he is that character in the book.
Okay, he may not, but
I believe.
But the character in that book,
there was a guy named. But that person that they described in that entire book does not exist.
But that book was based off of him, though. It's just like if I wrote a book right now, it's like Marcel did this, that, and the third.
That book is based off of
I'm not saying the book
esoteric
is
knowledge, bro.
Here's what I would say.
It's based off of the stars, bro.
Okay. That's true. That
is true.
That is true.
That is true.
Yes.
We're not saying that the book is true, but we're saying that it is based off of a very real person. Period.
It was created by a group of people.
That's fine, but it's based off of a real person, though.
Yeah,
I don't care whether it's true or not.
I can't believe anything in that book, bro.
Like, say one thing I would point to, you'd be very interested in seeing how many things that are from the Bible that people can trace to real life things. Like they
scientific.
I could show you guys lots of things that prove that it's fake.
I'm sure you could.
I think we should all, collect our information, and then come back.
We ain't the first to do this.
I know that.
The main thing that I would say that proves that it's real in some sort is the deluge, is the flood. Yeah. There was 100% a flood here. There was 100% a flood in this country and worldwide. And it's not just the fact that it's in the Bible and all the iterations of the Bible. It's in all the iterations of all the other books of
lithograms,
real. And all what you find is that you can draw lines in between all the different books that show that they're telling the same story. Where the details.
And we're talking about like the Bible, the Quran, and those kind of things, right?
Not just
those.
What book?
Not just, bro.
Well, you can't just say books. Like, can I get information? Okay. Like, what books?
Let's say this.
What books?
I'm explaining to you right now.
What books?
I'm explaining to you right now. Let's say right now, all this COVID shit. We're gonna talk about COVID. let's say in 10 years, everybody writes their own story, but it is all about COVID. Whether we could say COVID was a virus that made people's eyes bleed, or I could say it made people's tongues fall out, or I could say because of COVID, thousands of people are Irish.
I mean,
it doesn't matter.
I get your example, but what I'm saying is, what books are you talking about? Like, I want the information.
Other than the Bible, other than the Torah,
Bible, the Torah, the Quran, the Gaba Beach, or that other book. Like,
you can go back to Sumerian shit before anyone was even talking about Jesus, and it's still telling the same stuff. They have if you go to Sumerian records, they have a list of kings. They have a list of kings that's over 100 people. That's over 100 kings long, and it shows the list of when they were alive, what they did while they were king, and such forth. Basically, an encyclopedia of kings. And they found like it wasn't a copy of that record, but it was the same information with the same dates of all the kings written down in a totally different. It was a totally different people writing the same thing, and it's not to say that just because two people wrote the same thing means it's real. What I'm saying is they're pulling from the same information.
Yes,
and that's what like, and you can't say that without some thought, I guess.
Outside of a book, outside of all the books, and we'll go back to the flood. If you like scientifically, historical geology. I've taken this class. Michael's taken this class. A lot of people have taken historical geology. If you go to Grand Canyon, you can see there. If you are studying what each layer in the rock is, or like if you go to Sedona, it means that there was a flood. Whether you want to accept it or not, you can look right there. Damn. Okay. Well,
this is more present knowledge too. Talking about the flood, because it's only in the last 10 years that people have started actively saying like without a doubt that there was a worldwide flood. Like there's evidence of all of like. Society, I'm sure you've seen it. All societies like hundreds of meters underwater. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the water level raised like over the last like 1,000 years. It's something significant happened to put these cities underneath hundreds of meters of water. Yeah. There was worldwide civilizations all tied together, and like they definitely were all worshiping the same shit because they all had the same shit painted and all the not painted but in the stones and everything. Now. You could say there wasn't a Jesus, or there wasn't a Odin, or there wasn't a Krishna, or whatever you want to say. But what I would say is that they're all telling the same story of an individual, or individuals in this case. Because when the details start lining up from like thousands and thousands of different cases, it's like you find evidence of murder over, like you find 10 different hairs all in the room, you know what I'm saying, or something like that.
So how do you account for all their perceptions at those times?
And that's what we're saying. We're not saying that the stuff in the book is
no,
exactly
I'm
accurate.
saying.
But I'm saying, like I say, Jay-Z the best rapper alive. Right. You can say he's not. It doesn't matter. We all have the story. We all talking about the same motherfucking Jay-Z.
What do you mean by perception?
That's an opinion though. Perception
is opinion.
Like the way that you perceive the world is what I mean. Like perception. Like they could have thought, oh fuck, the fucking lightning hit the tree and started fire. Fuck, whatever story they fucking come up with, like, you know what I mean? It's all about how they perceive the world at that time. Like, I understand what you guys are saying. Like I get it, and I believe like some of that stuff too. But it's just
we're not saying anything about religion. We're not saying that this is. But we're saying that all of these stories from multiple religions are all coming from the same thing. Yes, October 23rd, I'm saying they had dates. October 23rd is when the lightning struck this tree. Yeah. And then somebody over there will say, on October 23rd, God himself came down and struck this tree and lit it on fire. Right. Or October 23rd, the woman came from the ground and went through the tree.
Since everybody is agreeing that they saw it happen.
That is.
That's why
I wouldn't say that. What I'm saying is everyone's saying it's not that
everyone's saying.
It's not
that's
that it's not that everyone is coming together and agreeing. They're separate. They're separate in saying it. That's the difference.
It's like somebody in a different room said that shit.
It'd be one thing if there was a council of, it's like, because say like all the Bibles is like a council, like they're council books, like the people came together and write the Bibles, right? So like all those, they came together to decide, this is what the Bible's about. This is what the Bible is. This is the story, okay? Yeah. But the thing is, you take the Bible and you go all the way on the other side of the world to a book that was written like 4,000 years before the Bible was even a thought, and they're still telling the same stories. And then you go 600 years over here, these people that never met ever, like there's no record of ever coming in contact with them, but they're telling the same story.
Record. So how do you know they never came in contact?
Because they have a record of not.
Well, I mean, I know, but like, people don't have records of everything.
Well, I'm not asking you to.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Well, I mean, I know, but as far like we can only go back as far as we've recorded.
Okay.
Or supposedly recorded.
Have you seen an eclipse?
Stuff.
Have you seen a solar eclipse before? Have you ever seen a solar eclipse?
I believe so.
Are you sure?
What's it look like?
Yeah, which is which? Because
like
the lunar and the.
Like when during the daytime, the sun gets enveloped, and you see it's like a orangish. I don't know. Yeah, you've seen it before. We can all describe it as different things. We all saw it. I don't have to talk. I wasn't there when you saw it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I seen it though. We can both tell our own depictions of it. That's the whole thing that he's saying. That's the whole thing about this. Yes, there are stories from people who have never met.
Supposedly.
They have never met. Even if you want to go back to literal geology, the Earth was not created. The way the Earth was shaped, or whatever you want to believe in flat Earth theory. You believe in Pangea, right?
The continents all together spreading apart.
Yeah, you believe that, right?
Nope.
I mean,
you believe that?
Yeah. I mean, I learned it.
I did learn that too.
Okay, right. Now,
I don't believe how should I learn that?
That's what I'm saying. It's like all this stuff is fed to me.
All right, okay. Check this out. We're gonna go even more regular. You know you can eat a cow, can't you? You know that, right? All right. You never met a nigga in Mexico. Nobody in Mexico or in Portugal. You never met nobody. Have you been to Portugal? They eat cows. They didn't need you to tell them that.
That's easier to prove, though, per se. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I said we're going to get super general with it. We're all agreeing on the same thing that we all know. It doesn't matter whether you tell me, you can say, hey, the best way to prepare a cow is to smoke it. Put it on the smoker. That's great.
I'm almost sure you might change your mind if you saw a little more evidence to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'll research it.
Yeah,
that's what I always. Yeah, I always
because
I definitely. But I have. I have counter information. The other side too.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean,
I just feel because like I can see where you're coming from because I've definitely argued from that place before. Yeah. So I would just say like there might be like one or two videos on YouTube or something like that.
That might open your mind a little.
Yeah, you'd be like, damn. You know, cause we see some shit at least recently, and be like, man, fucking my whole head up. You know, like
no, it's all open to interpretation.
Yeah.
But the facts that are open to interpretation are all the same facts. Does that make sense?
Do you think if everyone's interpreted in the same way that everyone's...
That's what I just said.
You think
it don't matter what
if they're interpreted the same way. What?
Like for instance, if we all agree upon something, like we all like, all right, we all fucking agree that this is a fucking blue lighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now if you're colorblind,
exactly,
you see brown.
Exactly.
But if we're all saying it's blue, then you're gonna associate that color as blue, whether you see brown or not.
Exactly.
That's perception. However, we are all seeing that this lighter is here, and this color is the way it is. Right. It is that color. Whether you see this is brown and that's brown and whatever, yeah, it is still all the same fact. We're all basing our knowledge off of that one lighter. Right. That's the whole point of it. It don't matter what our perception is of it. We are all focused on this same lighter. I feel like we need to skip this topic. We need to continue.
I mean, we can.
It is what it's like. You got to be okay with people having a complete opposite opinion.
Yeah, that's gotta be.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I don't think God is real, I mean, I do. But I think he's probably like an alien. You can't get mad at me because you might think that that you're coming from maybe like an atheist point. Same play where if I believe in God, I can't come at you because it's been so many times where it's like people are like they can't accept that someone's from a different side of the world or like a different way, you know. It's like or maybe this person has seen something that I haven't, you know what I mean?
I hate to overgeneralize it, but in the simplest form of like, yes, whether God is real or not, God is the subject.
Yeah, that's
whether we can have the discussion whether he's real or not, it doesn't matter. He's the subject.
Yeah, what's the
deal?
I mean, I guess I think it's a ridiculous argument. Like I feel like people are arguing about it for nothing.
Yeah, like
no,
I feel like it's like people they don't have a purpose in a lot of instances, you know, and like God gives credence to start your purpose from. I don't want to say that God gives you like total, like if you're deriving the whole purpose from God, it's like the guy that's like he's like rooting for the Bears, and he ain't never played a game in his life, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's like the biggest fan. Like, I'm not saying they're wrong to be a sports dude, but it's like but it's like you're invested so much. But why though, you know? And it's like, but if you believe in, say, God, for example, it's like with Kanye, he's like everything I do is glory to God, basically, you know. So it's like it gives you almost, I don't want to say an excuse, but it gives you a right, RITE, to go about what you're doing, you know.
It keeps you caged.
Yeah, well, it depends on who you are. Some people, some people, they get stuck in very different mindsets no matter what they believe, you know. I feel like that's kind of like person to person, because like you'll find religious people that are like so open, because I feel like I'm religious, but I'm really open to like almost anything now.
Do you believe that ambition, any type of ambition, whether it's religious or monetary or maybe completely altruistic, you believe that ambition itself is a cage? Is that what you're saying? So if I'm doing something for the glory of God, that my ambition is for the glory of God, you believe that my ambition is a cage?
You created that.
No.
You created that in your head.
You created ambition.
You created that piece in your head to get that ambition to do that. But it's not the fact that is making you do the ambition. You are creating the ambition yourself.
Right.
From whatever you're trying to believe. Like, you know what I mean? I could be like, I'm ambitious because I just seen this dude make a video.
I'm asking a simple question.
That's not what I said, though. I didn't say that.
Right, but do you believe ambition itself is a cage?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
So why would you ask me that question? That's weird to ask me,
because you're saying that the reason to is ambition, period. It doesn't matter whether it's ambition for this or ambition for that.
Where does ambition come from?
Your brain. And that's why I'm asking you.
Where does your brain come from?
That depends. I wouldn't even argue with that, because like our ambition, like I feel like it might be more like internal, like not even up here. Like,
it is completely. Your brain,
because when you say brain, do you mean like cognitively,
it comes from your
it's your plan?
It comes from yourself.
Because I'm thinking more here brain versus here brain.
Here,
you know what I mean?
I'm not talking about like
this is where my ambition
comes from your soul. It comes from wherever.
Your energy.
Yeah, soul.
Your energy. It comes from your soul.
Soul is different.
So you can't believe that ambition, whatever it is for.
Okay, so So let me see if I can transcribe this. Are you asking him? Do you think that the ambition comes from the spirit? Do you think the ambition comes from the spirit, or do you think it comes from like a cognitive you could learn ambition. Like you could be taught to be an ambitious person. Like, obviously you could, but like, do you think it's more put on you, or does it come out of you? Like that's the question.
That's the question.
Like how do you feel about that?
I feel
like we're not understanding what each other is saying.
It's always there. It's just like whether you activate it or not. It just depends wherever you're born, or like, you know, there's circumstances. Everybody's life happens different. Different things inspire different people, or some people don't get inspired at all and just caged in their mind and just I'm just gonna fucking go along and just work my 9 to 5 and do and I'm in the system or whatever. Like, it's, you know what I mean? It just depends on circumstance. It's I think everybody's born, like, everybody has ambitions. Like, you start with ambition, but it's like, are you able to, like, maybe your fucking parents caged you up and fucking you can't do shit, so maybe you're fucking not ambitious because they fucking treated you a certain, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just all circumstantial.
So you would say, like, ambition is probably, like, ingrained in you, whether, because I know we're so, whether it's in the
beings,
body.
So I think it's in, like, we're all energy, like, you know,
well,
I've all believed that we all like already have it, like, you know what I mean?
But is that ambition, does that come just from the seed, or is then and that's another question, is the spirit in the seed, but does that ambition come strictly from like the pure body, that baby, when that baby pop out, it's got ambition ingrained into it, and then how its environment will shape it? Or do you think maybe the spirit that's inside that baby is creating that ambition? And like that spirit could be taken even before the baby's born. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say.
When they're born, you know, they go through their 7 different stages of chakra. Their first stage when they're 1, and then their second stage when they're 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it starts over again.
I'm familiar with it,
8,
but not
9,
exactly.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then, so like, for instance, you start at the bottom one, your lowest chakra, and then you go up, and then like when they get to 7, so like, say like, when they're 7, you are really, really hard on them, and like, kind of like where they're almost fearful. Like, say you whoop your kid a lot when they're 7 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
The fact that you whoop them at 7 years old at that fucking level chakra, like that saying, what comes around goes around. You come back at 14, bro. That shit's gonna come back and hit you again. If you haven't released that chakra, that shit's still gonna fuck you up. So there's people that have been at a young age that have got fucked up, and every time they haven't released that chakra, and they're stuck in that fucking loop. That's why you see people that'll be going into mood swings. One time they'll be fucking happy, and then all of a sudden they're just like, I don't know what's wrong. Like, I just feel it's that chakra, bro. They're not fucking letting that chakra go through, and it's like, it's crazy, bro. Cause I've been learning fucking these different levels, and it's like when I started looking at it like that, I'm like, okay, that shit makes sense of how people could come out like the way that they come out because of the different stages. And it's like, if you don't know the different stages, you don't know how, like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing to your kid, basically. That's really fucked. And then it goes with food too. Like, food fucking changes your fucking aura too, like your fucking chakras and shit. So like when you eat certain foods, if you're in a certain state of chakra, that shit might fuck you up and like amplify whatever fucking chakra in you. And obviously, you know, you want to be in fucking God level, the fucking purple level, top level, but that shit's fucking crazy, bro.
Man, I don't know about that.
That shit's
like,
fucking.
I hate to play devil's advocate because I love it. But like, who are you getting this information from?
Oh, you could look it up. Research it.
Thank you. That's it.
Yeah, you can look it up and research it.
Whoever's watching this.
I wonder if.
No, you could look it up on, like, you could watch people with videos, or you could look it up, like, research it. Read papers. Chiropractors do it. That when they fucking, they're not fucking in there, like fucking, they're getting your chakra right.
I want that Rikiki.
They're repositioning your fucking chakra so your shit flows right, bro.
Yeah, like that's next chiropractor I want. Gotta know how to do that shit. I need them to face my back.
I'm
and my
serious,
chakra
bro.
cheek,
You find somebody that knows that fucking, cause
it's like Hunter x Hunter. You know, you ever seen that? Like they just hit your back and lock your nin. You know, cause like your nin, all your nin is in that show. Like all your magic energy is locked in you. But in order to get it like released, you have to have someone like that has their nin already released, put their hand on you and basically bust it out. And that could mean they hit you, and they might hit you so hard they knock your fucking arm off. But then it opens up your channels. Or a master, a teacher, you know what I'm saying, put their hands on you, you know, just lighten up to open you up, like ooh, you know, it's like somebody like snapping in your ear.
So
you know,
think about all the shit that they're doing. Trying to get people in certain states of chakra. They're trying to get people in certain states of mind, like radiating a certain type of energy, bro. Well, it's crazy, bro.
Do you know about color theory?
You said what?
Color theory?
I never heard of that.
Well, it's like they use certain colors to influence how you feel.
Oh, yeah. It all has to do with chakra, bro.
Yeah, so McDonald's, you go to McDonald's, they got a red and yellow to make you want to get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? You go to Red Lobster, and it's like, you know, Red Lobster, it's all beiges and blues and deep colors, you know, to make you comfortable and relax. So you stay up in there and keep spending your money up, you know, and you feel like you want to tip because you spend so much time in someone else's house, you know.
Even in movies, my bro.
It's like CNN.
Black Panther, when that fool had his suit on, he got hit. Purple, highest level of chakra. That fool Michael B. Jordan put the suit on. Boom, yellow chakra. Revenge. Yellow chakra is when you want revenge, when your emotions are out of control. It's like everything is so coded into this stuff, and they're all just like, it's all out there.
But the question is,
the people created that did that on purpose.
Oh yeah.
What if they didn't know, and they just were like, yeah, okay, well, what would be the right color? Yeah, make him purple. Yeah, yellow. And he didn't like cognitively think, but inside he knew.
Because all these people, all these people creating this stuff are artists. You know what I mean? They're all like. They're artists.
Yeah,
like,
so you gotta give people credit. You gotta give them credit.
Like when an artist puts something together, we're gonna put these colors together because I'm trying to get this shit set up to look a certain way, to make you feel a certain type of way, to make you look at this scene a certain type of way.
But then we're gonna go again to the same thing about perception, about how you were talking about this being a blue lighter. you can go as far as you want with that. However, we all are perceiving things very differently.
Yeah, but it's still hitting you the same way subconsciously, whether you accept it or not. Your subconscious is always getting hit.
True, bro.
Depends how good the artist is.
It's not all
you
hitting
know?
you the same way.
So, well, I don't know. It really depends on the person, I guess, because they make those paintings. It's just a big red block.
They could be shit flashing.
So everyone's gonna perceive it differently.
You know? Check this out. In the middle of having sex, your girl smacked the shit out of you. What the fuck is you gonna do? What is you about to do?
Yeah. Oh.
How are you gonna feel?
Like I just got smacked.
You're not gonna. That's the emotion that you're gonna feel is I just got smacked.
I mean,
it depends on exactly how hard the smack was.
Okay, all right. What I'm saying for an example is that
like if you really hit
some people can perceive pain as pleasure.
Right.
So I'm not gonna. I can't agree with you there. A lot of people perceive things differently.
But then that might tie back to what he was saying about where they are in their chakra. Like maybe at some point in their chakra, like they experience pain. Holy shit! They experience pain at some point at a young age. Like they mama smacked their ass like at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? And then now going their whole life they gotta think about getting their ass smacked. You know what I'm saying? But that's everybody does because everybody getting their ass smacked is like.
So you're agreeing with me that it's all about perception, right?
Yeah, I guess I'm agreeing with both of you. I guess it's
no, you're agreeing with me.
All right. I guess I'm agreeing with what you're saying, but what he's saying with the chakras is like crazy, basically.
Oh, explain these chakras to me. What's the first chakra?
I don't know all the chakras.
What's the second? Tell me which
name, but there's the seventh chakra is obviously your highest. That's like God level. Yellow one I know is like I told you, uncontrollable emotion.
Okay, check this out. I don't even because I know I'm not gonna actually remember all of this. Yeah. But like, let's go to the number 7.
Yeah.
7 chakras.
Yeah.
The number 7 is in most numerology.
Exactly. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So you're agreeing with us again?
No. It's funny, bro.
Well, what are we disagreeing about? That's what I'm confused about.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I'm not disagreeing with anything you guys are saying. I'm just saying I can't believe anything you're saying without researching it myself. I can't just accept things.
Like say like the number thing.
But the research that you're getting is from people.
No, I believe what you guys said to me, but it's like I have to research it for myself.
I guess like he was saying about the devil's advocate, like playing devil's advocate is or entertaining, because like I think it's more like a. I think maybe he felt like that you weren't entertaining the idea of God and like the Bible and all that stuff is much to give it a thought, because you were just like nah, basically, you know. And like so like I think that might have been it. Maybe that was my conception of it, you know.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying that you're getting your knowledge from a whole bunch of people who are collecting their knowledge from a whole bunch of people who are separate, just like we were saying before. So I'm going to say this: whether I take it as chakra, or I take it as nin, or I take it as energy, or I take it as frequencies or vibrations, it doesn't matter. We're all talking about the same motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess.
So it's like, I see the connection between what you're saying now with like the Bible and like the stories all having the same story. Yeah. But that deluge, like you don't have to read no book. You know what I'm saying? You go to the Grand Canyon. You can see. If you think about it, this is like someone put a whole bunch of water in here and they shook it out, and then everything settled into layers by how much it weighed, basically, and then dry it like that. You know, like that's what all sedimentary rock is. It's dried sediment.
Yep.
You know. And it's like, how did it get to be purging these waves all through this thing like a painting? You know what I mean?
That wave wasn't there. That level was not there.
It might have been Van Gogh.
This time, yeah. For this amount of time, it was this. For this amount of time, it was that. Mm-hmm. You can see the colors in these lithographs. You can literally go from an elevation and like, let's say you want to core into a rock, and you can look at you can look at a tree, cut a tree, and you can see the rings. You can tell the density of each ring on a tree. They're not all the same, because different things were happening. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, we're all not the same.
We're all not the same.
But it's just crazy, because at the end of the day,
we all talking about the same shit.
All this stuff is just what we created.
Yep.
So who knows if any of this is actually what it is? You know what I mean? Like we're all just organisms just trying to survive on this planet. So it's like we created all these worlds for tools, but like, who knows if the world's actually working the way we perceive it as? I mean,
it definitely ain't working the way I think it's perceived as, because this ain't working how I want it to exactly. But we gonna get there. You know what I mean? Like, that's one of my goals. Figure out, just have a better understanding of what's going on, because I feel like it shouldn't be a discussion whether God's real or not. That's to me. And I'm not saying that God is real or God isn't real, but what I'm saying is we should know. Like as a society, we shouldn't figure that out already. That's how I feel. Bro. It's like crazy. What are we focused on?
Where's he been at for the last 300,000 years?
See, like I think he spun the record and he's sitting back chilling. When they wrote he's listening to it like it's a record right now.
Where's that dude at?
I mean, to me, like he's not an active player. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess in the Bible they was a different story.
Hey, bro, you did a lot of shit. We going to the same.
He might be I don't know.
Thousands of niggas.
You get so many TV shows.
You fuck shit up saying we all going.
A wave goes a long way just from one stone. A pebble, a ripple, all that shit. I would say this. At the core of it, whether you want to call it a god or not, or however you want to perceive the shit, I feel like I call them frequencies. I call them vibrations. Oh, yeah. You can create. You are the creator. You are the God. You are the creator. So when you were saying like about how they have to unlock your nin, that's because it was taught that it needed to be unlocked by somebody else. But I believe that you can naturally do that stuff. You can. You like just oh man, huh? Yeah, there we go, right there. I don't believe that it has to be pushed upon you, and I don't believe in. I'm not gonna say I don't believe. I'm gonna say I don't recognize 7 chakras or whatever, because I know for a fact my energy is not contained in any specific unit. I feel all my emotions at the same time. I can feel happy, sad. You seen me when you got here. I was not in a good mood. Technically, I'm still not in a good mood. I'm still upset about the same shit. However, I'm in bliss because I'm here with y'all. Or I can feel more than one thing at the same time. So I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna compartmentalize my chakras, my feelings, my emotions, my vibrations, and my energy. I believe that there was one frequency, vibration, or whatever that may have started everything, and whether it was a god or not who cracked the whip. When you crack the whip, you don't have to. It's only one motion. The rest of those ripples are on their own. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he might have sat back. The ripples is still going. He created it, and that's the same thing with your energy. I believe that I'm gonna do well, so I know I'm gonna do well. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying,
you're gonna do bad. You're gonna do bad.
If you believe you're gonna do bad, you're gonna do bad. When I said before I left, I'm like, damn, I had apprehension about letting them take care of my shit for me, because I always have felt if I can do it myself, I should do it alone. That's something that's always been in my head, and that's a cage.
You didn't listen to that.
That type of ambition is a cage. You feel me right there? You feel me right there? So me letting go of that would increase my bounty. You know what I'm saying? But that's not how I see it. I believe I'm my own creator. Whether you believe,
you are.
Yeah, I am.
I believe I'm my own creator as well. Exactly. We're experiencing ourselves. Well, a piece of it. Piece of it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
I have to pee.
Oh yeah, man, this is a juicy conversation, you know.
All those people.
He drank 2 beers too, so I'm sure that ran through him pretty quick.
27 years old, but I'm billions of years old with all this stardust collected. That makes my skin.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about like the material. You know what I'm saying? It's like this material came from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like so, part of it was from your mom and your daddy. You know what I'm saying? But like most of it is new shit. This is food, right? Basically, this is just burgers and like chicken wings, basically.
Or magic, bro.
Yeah, or magic. Yeah, it's like I'm not willing to accept that it's only just burgers and chicken wings. Maybe it's some sort of like chakra thing where it's like your energy based off of who you are.
These fools are fucking us up, bro. Did you know that they switched the musical hertz to you know how it's 44 hertz? You know that fucking hertz fucking is deteriorating your fucking your shit. Like that shit is fucking you up. They call it the fucking devil's I forgot the fuck he said. The fucking devil something, but that fucking frequency level destroys you. Yeah. So this fool, they said that this fool, Michael fucking mixed, you know, the Earth song and I forgot what the other fucking song is at like 5 something hertz, the frequency of love. And then when that fool fucking played that shit, like that shit was like, you know, like everybody fucking resonated with that shit, you know what I mean? Because that shit was literally like healing the world, bro, with like from that frequency. And that's why them fools were after that fool, because that fool figured that shit out, bro.
And he bought the Beatles catalog.
I mean,
they don't help
but
either.
more because he figured that out, bro. Like if you have that type of, like, fuck, he figured it out, because it's not like, oh, I just stumbled upon it and everybody's fucking hitting on this shit. It's like, no, I know. And then them fools, shit's fucking crazy.
Like, I hope that stuff with Michael Jackson is all fake. I'm pretty much sure it is, because I remember all of them recanting everything they said. All them kids, basically, as adults, they recanted their shit. You know, and that's my memory of the situation. But like, he was dope as a producer and a singer.
Yeah.
And, like, he produced for those Sonic games, like, back in the day. Like, yeah, like you think like this shit is like, you listen to, like, this shit is fly as hell, because Michael Jackson made it. You know, it's crazy to think about that kind of shit. You know, I can't remember if it's Sonic 1 or 2, but listen to that you be like, oh my god, that shit was ridiculous. You know. Little 8-bit track, or 16, whatever it is, you know. That's pretty cool, man.
I don't know what I jumped into.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about the how they changed the frequencies from like 432 or whatever to 444.
Yeah.
And
it's that frequency levels was destroying you, basically.
Yeah, it's disrupt. it's
They're
like
called the devil's fucking something frequency. But
yeah, we'll put it in a line right here over there saying what is actually
it's destroying your fucking vibrations or whatever. So, but and then I was telling them that for Michael had made the Earth song and this other song at 5 something hertz, the fucking frequency of love or whatever. And when that fool, like, everybody knows fucking the Earth song, like, everybody resonated with it, and then like that shit was like actually healing the world because of the frequency he mixed the fucking song at. It is crazy, bro.
That's like the organs, like they say organs. They're called that because they were literally supposed to help your organs. That's I was like, but no one know how to play them. Apparently, that's a conspiracy. You know.
I have more stuff as the weeks go on. I'm still learning. Like, that's why I can't really like explain a lot of stuff to you guys. But I'm still researching.
That's like, that frequency shit's real. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know what it is exactly, but there's something to it for sure. Like I'm sure, like, you make a song, you don't like it, you're gonna see the frequency's gonna be messed up, you know, or not in tune, whatever it is with you. Same way with like the water. Like, so like the water we drink is at a specific frequency, you know, and most of it is dead because it's not, because of how it is, you know. It's not alkalized. Yeah. It don't have no natural minerals, and you can't just add minerals to it. At least the shit they be selling to you at the gas station, they can't just add minerals. It has to be like naturally deposited into it over miles. Like the way that rivers work, like rivers specifically put the water into a real specific frequency, and as it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, and around the curves of the river forms,
the rocks, making that friction.
Like when two sticks go together.
Yeah, it makes it into like a real water. Exactly, it's like a specific frequency, and that's why the water is charged because of how it's moving around, and it's like even if you have healthy water, it's still not alive technically. So it's like you gotta get that spring water, sure I guess. You know,
that alkaline.
You gotta get right up in that waterfall, just let it hit you. You know what I mean?
Drinking all that dead water.
So we're just trying to keep those vibrations fucking moving and keeping everything going until the fucking avatar fucking stops, and then
that's because we're all water, like the Yay say. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if you're watered the wrong frequency, it's not gonna be right. So it's like, depending on what you mix it in there, you're gonna be all kind of jacked up.
Exactly. So, look at water at 44 hertz and look what it does.
Oh really? It looks different in a way.
It don't fucking, you know how fucking when you hit fucking water with
vibrations.
Yeah, vibrations.
You have it on a speaker.
It hits a certain way, or whatever, and it's like natural. When that frequency hits it, it makes the water do like fucking some fucking out of pocket shit, like shit that's not natural. That's not supposed to be. So I'm
you want that water?
Yeah, so I'm starting to look up, and I'm gonna see if I can mix something down at that 500 or whatever frequency, and then I'm gonna play the difference and see if it makes me feel any different.
I believe a lot in them trying to disrupt our energy.
Oh yeah,
they're trying to fuck us up.
However, I think they have to put so much energy into fucking with our frequencies and vibrations because they know as soon as we realize how easy it is for us to control it on our own, they're in trouble.
My thought is, you're correct.
I just hope everybody starts waking up. Shit.
But the problem is, they've had that thought probably for 100 years, 200 years, 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So like, but at least in the last 100 years or 200 years, they've started to do something about it. So like the telephone lines, when they put the telephone lines in, like everywhere, like people were getting sick and having headaches and having manic depressive episodes and everything. They're going crazy for months and years until they got used to it.
But these are the same people who have not unlocked their nin, right?
Well, I don't know. Like then they add more stuff to it, like more technology, you know. And it's like the idea of unlocking your nin. Maybe you're correct in that you don't need some guy to put his hand on your back or to punch your fucking arm off or whatever, you know. But maybe they're suppressing it, so it don't matter.
Yeah,
so it's like say like
make it harder to access.
Like say like you try and shoot your nin out, but there's 50,000 different electrical signals flying all over this place.
And then just
you know
think about that subject in general.
Okay.
Like people to that subject are gonna be like knocked off anyways. Like kind of like, oh, like I don't know, I've never learned anything like this. Oh, I'm scared of this. It doesn't make sense to me. When it's like, you know what I mean? It's like we're kind of like taught in that way. Like but it's like you gotta have that certain.
When you draw out like frequencies and vibrations and stuff, and that's why like people will carry certain stones with them because they say they vibrate a certain way, or they carry a certain frequency, and it's amplifying.
Mm-hmm.
So like, let's say I'm moving like this, and I carry something with me that's also moving like this, right? Or say something's moving against me like this, it's gonna automatically clash.
Yeah.
So let's say these people have been putting us on a certain frequency, so that they can control, or they can put something else that is also countering that frequency.
Right.
Okay, but if I'm not moving the way they wanted me to move,
if you're not tuning into it,
the rest of that shit is irrelevant.
Yeah, if you're not tuning into the frequency, that shit's.
And that's when they assassinate.
That's when they assassinate you.
When they realize that, like, damn, he knows how to, or whoever he or she knows how to manipulate their own energy and frequency in their own way, and we can't do anything about it.
And it's always the niggas that are moving different too.
Hey,
bro, take all this bread, bro. Like, hey, we'll give you everything. You want a house, 3 houses? You want a jet? You want a jet? 5 cars, 6 cars, chains. We'll give it to you all, bro. We know what you're doing, dog. We got you. We got you. We got you. Oh, you don't want it? All right.
All right.
Or you try to educate the people?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too.
You think you Dr. Sebi?
Oh, yeah.
What you thinking now?
That's the craziest part about it. It's like, once you know that stuff, and you do get a platform, it's like, how do you get it out without fucking getting murked?
Man, a part of getting murked is a part of the outlet. If you didn't get murked, I wouldn't probably believe you. But because you got murked, now I'm like, damn, this nigga must have really been talking about that shit.
Man, like they kill it. Like they don't kill nobody on no bullshit. You notice that?
That is true.
Like young bass guy, you know. That's say, I like Little B. I like Little B. Okay, but his subject matter a lot of time is hard to get to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And most of it is just bitches and hoes on there. So it's like that's what people gonna pick up on. You know,
However.
They're not gonna cut him off. You know, but it's like. Man, that's rough. Because you listen to some shit like dinosaurs, you know. And
they don't want nobody talking. They don't want nobody talking.
Most people aren't gonna. They're gonna be like Joe Budden and his gang. They're like, oh, this is stupid, you know what I mean? And like, but they're not gonna get the chance to call Lupe and have him fucking explain it like you're like a dummy.
In 2 senses. Oh damn. Oh damn. I see what. I see what you was saying.
Exactly, bro. Who controls what we listen to? They gonna give us no food.
Exactly.
Niggas ain't gonna feed us.
You have to grow your own food.
What energy you're on or what frequency you're on, they can control what frequency you're not on too.
Yeah, that's why you have to get off the grid, become a vegan, and just start. You know, I'm just saying, you know.
He said the V word.
You gotta get down. You get the frequency right.
The V word. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, your V word. We talking.
Like I want to be a vegan, but I want to eat meat too. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't really have a preference, to be honest.
like how they be. I be want to be like, like I want to be like that, like real particular with my food, but then also pick up that pork shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put on that grill by 8 hour. You know what I mean?
I think maybe if I had never had lamb, they maybe could have one day.
Is that good? I see it all the time, and it's like how does this taste?
Lamb?
I have had it like one time, and it wasn't prepared amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? I had it to focus the show. I can't remember what it tastes like because everything. It was like eating 10 different meats. Like which one was that? You know what I mean?
So, you saying Pogo Show didn't do it right?
No, that wasn't the time that it was good. I don't remember that time. I know I had it then because I had like every meat that was available. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I had lamb outside, it wasn't that great how they made it. Was like it was like drippy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a okay.
Yeah, I see it in there. And I'm like, this feel like it'd be good, but then I remember how it tasted at one time. You know, because I can remember that's like going to the six senses. Taste. You can taste everything.
It's like more preference for me. Like if they don't got no meat, then like I'll just eat vegetables. But I mean, I'm not really picky like that.
I'm leaving.
No meat.
Yeah, I ain't got no meat. I'm like, all right, I guess let's just eat beans and rice.
Well, I did have a pleasure here. I'll see you guys later. We're gonna. No, actually, no. Like I don't want to cut it too short because we already over same sum. That's pretty good. Same sum, you know what I'm saying? So let's leave it on Imagine Numbers like that, you know. This was the 6th episode of the Negrodamus podcast. Had to get into it for real after that long break. So, you know, I hope y'all got what it take, right? My name is Domain, okay?
It's your boy.
All right, y'all. God bless. Thank you.